Hello everyone, welcome back to the garden. Yaje here, super excited to share another gardening video with you. So I have been gone for a few weeks. I traveled to Africa, to Cameroon, my country of origin, but the garden was in very good hands. As you can see, it's thriving, and that is because one of my friends stepped in and helped to take care of the garden in this Houston heat. Thank you, Diana, for stepping in and taking care of the garden. Everything is looking so good. And so I'm gonna get in there and check on the plants, and I want to take you along with me. Let's find out how the garden has been doing this summer. So tribe, as you can see, the garden is looking extremely good. I am very impressed. As we can see, we have a lot of okra, and Diana has been coming out here almost daily while I was gone to harvest the okra. You know, with okra, you need to harvest almost daily, otherwise the okra grows beyond its prime. So she's been out here harvesting. I have different types of okra in the garden. As you all know, okra thrives in the heat, so now is the time to harvest and save in the freezer, which is exactly what we have been doing. We also have the water leaf, that is Talinum triangulare. It's doing very well as well. She's also been harvesting the water leaves while I was gone. I have a couple of Ziploc bags of the harvested and processed water leaves. She just harvests, picks the leaves, and then washes and then cuts into smaller pieces, puts in Ziploc bags, and then in the freezer. So I have a couple of bags of the Ziploc bags of the water leaves in the freezer. Moving right along, this is just gonna be a quick tour. Here we have the pigeon peas. This is the green pigeon peas. It grew quite a bit while I was gone. I planted these rather late, but it is growing and doing very well. And then on the main bed here, we have an assortment of vegetables. I think you would notice the okongobong, that's the ugu. I'm gonna do another video to share with you updates on just the ugu, but yes, I do have the fluted pumpkin now on this bed. There's some on this bed, as you can see. It is doing well. And then on the other bed as well. So this is the summer ugu, or the fluted pumpkin, or kongobong, doing very well. On the beds as well, I went ahead and I planted peanuts. Yeah, so I planted peanuts back in, I want to say early July. Yeah, so I planted peanuts to keep weed down. That was the main reason why I planted the peanuts, so it can grow and then, you know, prevent weed from growing, and also to return nitrogen back to the soil. And guys, look, peppers. So these peppers I pruned back. If you've been on this channel, you may have seen me harvest the peppers, and then I pruned everything back, and look, it has regrown and it is producing peppers again. Of course, we have the bitter leaves. You know, we've been harvesting the bitter leaves, is everywhere. And this right here is the masepo. We call it masepo. That's another type of African basil. Nigerians have the scent leaf. In Cameroon, we have the masepo. You can see it has flowered and it has seeds all over the place. Oh, let's see what else there is to see in this garden. Okay, let's take a look from this angle. More bitter leaves. You can see the way we harvest. I just do a bottom pruning, and then when the stem is mature enough, I cut right at the bottom, and then I replant the stem propagation of the bitter leaves. I will show you some that I propagated via just stem cuttings. So yeah, these are all the bitter leaves. That's that masepo, the fluted, the African basil, the Cameroon type I was talking about. Is growing quite wild over here. It self seeds. let me show you the bitter leaves that I did the stem cutting before I left. So you see all of these ones are fresh bitter leaves that I harvested the stems just this June and replanted. There's more over there along the fence. Okay, and then here we have the papaya. This is the papaya that I started from seeds earlier this year. It's doing very well. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough of the garden. Everything is looking super good. I am quite impressed. That's our nkwi over here. I think it rained and we have a couple of stems that snapped, you know, but there's an overgrowth of the nkwi. And then over here we have an overgrowth of the yam, the Nigerian yam that I planted in my compost bin. See, just one yam. There's a huge overgrowth of the yam over here, and then bitter leaves. Just a quick walkthrough of the garden, guys. Everything's looking very good for a summer garden. And this is the garden egg, guys. See, the garden egg has grown very big. And what is surprising is that it is still producing fruit for me. And this is August. This has not happened before. I hardly have garden eggs right up to August producing fruit. So yeah, it's just one garden egg plant and it can grow that tall. And then this way we have even more of the okra plants. These are the okra plants from Greece, the Elenita okra. It's basically a tree now. Let me turn the camera around and show you how tall the okra is. Oh my god, the garden is doing super well, and I am thoroughly impressed. Thanks to Diana for taking care of my garden. I hope you enjoyed this short garden tour, the little walkthrough of the garden with me. I'm gonna take over the garden now and I'm gonna give you a more detailed tour of the different vegetables along with some storytelling. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate your love and your support. If you would like to join the garden tribe, please subscribe. Help me by sharing the video and don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Remember, when you grow a garden, you grow health. I will catch you in my next video. Bye bye. Catch you in my next video. Bye bye.